Please contact Atul sir once.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, now we are able to hear you. Just give me one more minute so that I can formally introduce you, dear, and we can proceed with just one more minute as the students are joining. Just 1 minute, Madhur.
Sure.
Naveen sir, please make me co-host so that I can do the things from my side. Atul sir or Naveen sir, can you please make me co-host?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying. Wait for just 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Vivek. Naveen ji, is it done?
No, ma'am. Give me 1 more minute.
Okay, fine. Uh, till the moment sir is making all the necessary changes. Now let me take this opportunity to formally introduce Vivek. Formally introduce our the keynote speaker of the day. We all are privileged today that we have with us Mr. Madhur Malhotra. He has done his engineering in electronics and communication. Then he has done his MS in IT and communication, management from the University of South Australia. Then started working as a system analyst with Pernod Ricard Australia, followed by project officer at Government of South Australia, and he worked as a network consultant for IBM Australia. Moved back to India in year 2009 and joined his dad business for construction, and then didn't like the hustle and bustle, and he set up his first chai 34 in India, then took a next level, and he established stay in first boutique property of Bhopal, and then established stay in Nest Bhopal, and in between taught cloud computing and big data and Hadoop at Crisp and IIT Delhi to make ends meet. Now opening up another concept of stay in. He started with only 2-person team, and now he is having 25 people under his umbrella. And dear students, I think my introduction won't be enough, because why we are so curious to wait for him is that we just love to hear his journey from jobs to being an entrepreneur, and what are the challenges he has gone through, and how today he is able to be a successful entrepreneur, and he's having franchisee of his brand. So I think there is so much to be learned from his journey and his experiences. Madhur, just one more minute, because my IT team on my back is waiting to share me something, and then you can start. Give me one more minute.
Sure, no problems.
Okay. So we can proceed, dear, now. And I, along with my team of students and faculty, we are so eagerly waiting to hear from you, your journey from engineering, then management, then job, and finally a business, and that too a successful business. So Madhur, that is all a brief introduction from our side. From the core of heart, I would love to welcome you from my organization side. And believe me, we were eagerly waiting since long to hear you. And thanks for accepting our invitation and gracing my students with your learned experience. Over to you now,
Thanks,
Madhur.
ma'am. Thanks, ma'am,
Thank
for
you so
welcoming
much.
me. Thanks, Atul, for having me on board for a quick review of my life, giving and sharing experience to the lovely students. Good afternoon, students and faculties. How are you today? Am I audible, clear, and visible?
Madhur,
Yes,
we
sir.
are active in chat box. You will have to be very active in chat box, because if we unmute all, then there is so much of noise and
Yeah, please
disturbance.
don't. All right. So, guys, my journey of life has been a little roller coaster ride. Started my engineering in electronics and communication, as ma'am said, and wanted to do something bigger than regular jobs and all. So I opted for going to for my masters, and apparently we didn't have that kind of money to go for masters to abroad. So my hustle bustle started there only. To buy the ticket for my plane journey, which I took for the first time, I had to sell my bike, which I loved thoroughly. It was a black CBZ at that time, and I sold that just to buy the tickets for it. Didn't carry much of money due to the financial reasons, but never stopped. Slept on bus stops just to make ends meet. Did best for my masters at University of South Australia. Was selected with a job for system analyst at Pernod Ricard. Pernod Ricard is world's second largest liquor and manufacturing liquor and distribution group of the world. World number two. If you have heard of brands like Jacob's Creek, Chivas Regal, Malibu, all these are under their umbrella. And I was a system analyst at Jacob's Creek. So finished that contract, was hired by the government of South Australia to manage a project for MDE, manage desktop environment. And during that, I was also in consulting role with IBM Australia for their network upgrades. Uh, I established myself in Australia, but fate had a different story for me. So I moved back to India because my mother went under हार्ट बाईपास एंड आई एम दी ओनली सन सो जैसे इंडिया में होता है कि आपको ध्यान रखना है मैंने आई टुक अ वेरी हार्ड डिसीजन लोग इंडिया की जॉब नहीं छोड़ते हैं मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया की गवर्नमेंट जॉब को छोड़ा एंड आई केम बैक टू इंडिया गेट माय मॉम गॉट माय मॉम ऑपरेटेड एस्कॉट्स दिल्ली में ऑपरेट कराया देन प्लान्ड अगेन टू गो बैक टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया बट somehow it didn't went as per the plan and joined my father's business. Now my father's business was always brick mortar construction, all these things which I apparently did not like much because आप बचपन से जो चीज देखते हुए आते हो ना आपको कुछ और अलग करने का मन करता है तो I thought कि यार ये ठीक है this is just fine to get my daily bread and breakfast but I am more than this I can do more than this so I opted for opening my own venture. ऐसे ही चाय पे बात हो रही थी मैं और मेरा एक दोस्त था शैली जॉर्ज करके he was doing his MBA from one of the National Institutes of India and we went for evening tea. चाय पीने जाते हैं आप लोग शाम को हम भी चाय पीने गए एक कियोस्क पे हमने वहां पे एक चीज देखी बहुत ही एक जिसे कहते हैं ना कि बहुत ही सिंपल सी चीज थी बट इट केम अंडर आवर ऑब्जर्वेशन कि चाय वाले को जब चाय ऑर्डर किया हमने he brought glass of water and his fingers were dipped into it because India में hygiene के issues हैं तो fingers were dipped into it which me and my fellow friend did not like it at all so he said यार पानी नहीं पीना तो मैंने कहा हाँ यार बहुत ही गंदा है पानी नहीं पीना Then he brought the teas with the same dirty nails and dirty hands, and his, this thing, hands were also touching the tea and liquid. And we just saw each other and said, "Yeah, ye chai bhi nahi pi sakte tha." We just looked around us. There were like hundreds of males standing, smoking, chewing tobacco, having teas, having a conversation, long conversation, but we couldn't find any females there. So me and Shelly discussed with each other that in India, do females don't drink tea, or is there some issue that people are reluctant to come to such places? Apparently, that was the problem we identified and made a business plan out of it. We saw that there are no females, no hygiene, and good people are reluctant to come to these kiosks. And is there a regulated, market for teas? This was a kind of a business this was a kind of problem which we made our business out of. We established a small 125 square feet store in Bhopal, the first store. We didn't have that kind of money, to hire many people, so we were at the counters just to experience things. Started, selling teas and in disposable cups, and then we saw another problem that the volume of teas has gone up, but are we harming the environment? The answer came yes. So what we did, we introduced cooler to chai chautis for the first time in Bhopal in 2011-12, and it was an instant hit because nobody touched those teas. Cooler was served fresh and they were disposable, and it did not hurt the environment. So this is how the journey started. The journey did not, wasn't very well because we were not making that kind of money which we expected. My co-partner dropped off from the business. Few problems arise, but from 2000, say 17, 18, we started doing good. Now we have 6 franchises in India. We are expanding. In between, to make the ends meet financially, I had to teach what I learned in Australia: cloud computing, big data, and Hadoop, which is, I think, the background. I don't know what background you guys are from. It is a prevalent technologies for today as well. So I teach those things. I taught those things at IIT Delhi. I've taught it at CRISP and many other eminent institutions. When I started making money out of chai chautis, I had another idea. So I thought, why do not I bring the boutique kind of lodging concept, which I used to stay in Australia, into India? So we started Stay In Group. So Stay In Group was a 10-room boutique property with 2 flunky pools and all, which I'll probably share a link to have a look. You can walk inside the property. So that was instantaneous hit all across. In Bhopal, at the moment, we are the top 10 properties out of 500 properties to sell by room nights and have the best ARR. It's average room night per rent. It went good. We started opening more Chai 34 stores. Stain was also doing good. And then we got into another Stain concept, which was just near Ames, Bhopal. And now we are opening our third Stain. And I hope it does well. There's a new concept which we realized that should be working because COVID has taught us a lot. COVID has taken everybody into a different level of thinking. So we thought the major businesses which are to be focused on not hospitality and these, we have to have one business which goes on for everything. So we are into a new concept called Gramhat, and Gramhat is what you can call a facilitator between farmers and end user consumer. So we are bringing direct fresh vegetables from farmers and giving it at much more economical rates to the consumers. So this is how in short, my journey was. If you want, you can ask me questions. I'm open for it.
Madhur, it was too good to hear from you your journey. Some questions, some doubts are coming in my mind.
Sure.
When you are doing the job, you feel secure. You feel like it's at the end of the month. You are confident that something is going to come in your pocket, right?
Yes.
And but taking a challenge of doing a business where nothing is assured. So I just want to know, like, what was the motivation which geared you up for taking up this initiative?
Certainly, ma'am, that was a concern. Say in 2008-9, when I was in Australia, I was in my young. I had that confidence that I was working with the government. I was making 3 lakh rupees a month. That is a very good amount, a handsome amount for a 24-year-old boy to earn. So, but to take up that, challenge, first of all, to coming back to India and making up your mind that you are gonna stay here back for the rest of your life, for which you did not plan. So, what I feel from inside is acceptability. So you accept your things, you accept yourself that you have to do this, you take up that challenge, and I believe God gives you the right pathway, and you just have to be in the moment. Like you don't have to be on perception living, hypothetical living में जाने का कोई मतलब नहीं होता. आज का दिन हमारे पास है, आज का पल हमारे पास है, कल नहीं होगा ये पता नहीं है. So आज के पल में मैंने जितना अच्छा कर लिया उतना अच्छा है. I cannot hear you, ma'am.
What I'm saying is, I hope I'm audible now.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So wonderful word that come across is acceptability, right?
Yes.
And I believe, and my students can learn that more eager you are to adapt and adjust, more you will be happy. And once you are happy, in happier state of mind, you can go beyond your boundaries.
Certainly,
So
certainly.
I loved your word acceptability, right? Good Nancy, good Diksha. See, Madhur, see our chat box. I'm very happy to share with you that the group of students who are our audience today, they are the most active students, and believe me, we will say something, they will revert 10 times. So I'm very proud of my students, and you see the chat box, like
Yeah,
with
I'm
every
seeing it.
learning, they will respond. So that is my energy source, my students. My next doubt that is coming to my heart is, see, every individual is good in something. For example, when you was in government job, the work you was doing was absolutely different from what you are doing today. So do at
Exactly.
any point of time you feel like whatever you have gained in professional education, be it engineering, that is in electronics and communication, be it management courses, that is MS, any point of time you feel like ये क्यों किया जब ये entrepreneur ही बनना था. So I would love to hear from you so that my student can get the answer to some questions that are coming in the mind.
Sure, ma'am. They were words by some famous poet. I forgot the name though, but it was when you have wings to fly, why do you want to walk?
Very good.
And the wings to fly are given by knowledge. See,
Yes.
ma'am, I came back from Australia. That was a different reason because of my mother's ill health.
Yes,
I
yes,
came
yes.
back. I established myself today only because I had the power of knowledge with me. Right? As I said, Chai's Chautis was not doing very well. My entrepreneurship pursuit was not doing that well, which we had planned for. So that reason, I had to take up to academics. I taught students, and there's like hundreds of thousands of students who got placed because I was working on emerging technologies like cloud computing, big data, Hadoop. Given a chance, I still take lectures because I like it. Because I'm making someone capable enough to earn their bread and butter. So I insist and blindly insist on that point that education is must to fly.
Good.
It gives you wings. It gives you power to fly in an uncertain domain. You know that's
Absolutely.
why education is extremely important. What you're learning out of it is extremely important. And I did that electronics engineering. I did my masters from Australia in IT and communication. Utilized that knowledge in India, had that money, build up Chai Chautis, and from Chai Chautis build up Stay in Group, and this is how the journey is going on.
Absolutely right. Why I asked this question was because there will be doubts in many of the youngsters who are they are just first year students, right? And there are certain doubts like whether we are landing up right, whether a choice of a management course is good or not. So that was one of my concern in my mind, so that my students can know how they are going to be benefited out of this exchange of knowledge. In their academics and beyond academics through this professional curriculum. Although I will give my students an opportunity to ask or interact with you, but there are thousands of things that are coming in my mind, and I'm enjoying talking to you on all those platforms. My next thing that is coming in my mind is what was the biggest challenge that you had faced to be an entrepreneur, and how you have overcome that challenge?
Ma'am, to be very honest, the first and the foremost challenge from being a business family was like my father did not agree for me to open a tea store because it was too low for him to have his son who's qualified and to open a tea store. And it took me good 6 years to convince him that no, Papa, I can make a business out of it. That was a challenge which I still sometimes feel. But apart from that, the second big challenge was finances, because my father simply disagreed, and you were looking forward that he'll finance the things. You look forward for the things because you are in your younger age. You don't have that much of financial background. But somehow he didn't agree. So we put together our efforts, our knowledge, and built up a brand. I believe, ma'am, one thing very strongly. We all have life only once. So we should stop acting that we'll have a second chance.
Same here, dear. I also have the same spirit that life is once, and live it to the fullest and enjoy and fly high. And the wings are there to those who dreamed.
Yes.
Great, Madhur. My next thing that is coming in my mind to just know from you is, see, my students are so active. मैं बोलती बाद में हूँ और chat box में उनका response. One of my student is saying, "We salute you, sir." Nancy, very nice. That's the spirit. Why we are in this moment? We are in this moment to learn a lot from Madhur. Because you never know, he could be a role model to many, and he could be an example for many budding entrepreneurs. And Madhur, you said that you have a spirit to teach now also. So once you have said me, I'll be bothering you in time to come to interact with my other class students as well.
Sure.
Because I believe in one thing: if you have gained something, do share it. Because more you share, more it grows. तो जो हमने पाया है उसको जितना बांट सके बांट दें, क्योंकि जब तक हम हैं तब तक तो खुशी मिलती है, बट जब हम नहीं भी होंगे तो people will be there who will reap and share it further. So moving further, Madhur, how come the name of your brand Chai Chautis?
That's an interesting story. So actually,
we would love to hear that interesting story from you.
Yeah, actually, when we started, man, we were looking for names. नहीं तो पहले होता है ना एक अच्छा, it should be a brand name. वो click करना चाहिए. So we were looking for alternatives. So we started chai. Chai के बाद क्या लगाएं? क्योंकि chai का trademark नहीं है. Chai का trademark नहीं मिल सकता because it's a noun, right? तो chai का trademark नहीं मिलता है किसी को, या फिर किसी के पास registered होगा. So we started looking for things. और जिस प्लॉट पे हमने पहली बार चालू किया उसका प्लॉट नंबर था 34. ओके एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड बिल्डिंग कि यार हम इतनी नंबर ऑफ टीज, डिफरेंट वेराइटीज ऑफ ट्रीज इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे. तो हम लोग उस बारे में सोचते रहे पहले, मी एंड माय पार्टनर. चाय 28, 27, 24, इट वाज नॉट राइमिंग. तो जैसी चाय 34 पे बात आई तो एकदम से क्लिक कर गई, और वो क्लिक की तो उसके बाद से वो रजिस्टर्ड हो गया. नाउ इट्स ट्रेडमार्क ब्रांड, नोबडी कैन कॉपी इन दिस वर्ल्ड. चाय 34 ऐसी स्टोरी है.
और मुझे लगा कि 3 + 4 is 7 and 7 is lucky to many.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't look forward to that.
That is my perception. Nice. to this. So I loved the moment I got to know from Atul sir that it is chai chaunte. So it was in my mind like maybe 4 plus 3 is 7 and it could be lucky. So that is one of the reason. Okay, Madhur. If I talk about what are your future plans, like what is your vision towards your dream of this entrepreneurship, we would love to hear that also from you.
Certainly, ma'am. I think clarity is more important than mastery. So we have a very clear vision that we'll be establishing more stores for Chai 34, expanding
Great.
Stay In, because Stay In is a very good concept, expanding it to other cities of India, and soon coming into packaging for teas as well, like tea
Great.
leaves.
That
We'll
is something
be
new.
looking forward for that. Yeah, and we are more inclined towards exporting rather than pan India market, because pan India there's a lot of competition. बहुत सिंपल है, अगर कॉफी पीने के लिए भी बरिस्ता हो सकता है, तो चाय पीने के लिए why not have a proper place? इंडिया
अगर
consumption
कॉफी
ज्यादा
पीने
है
के
as
लिए
compared to
बरिस्ता,
coffee.
यस मधुर मधुर, आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड, अगर चाय पीने के लिए बरिस्ता हो सकता है, सॉरी, कॉफी पीने के लिए बरिस्ता हो सकता है, तो चाय पीने के लिए चाय 34 क्यों नहीं?
Exactly. Thank you very much.
I believe in one thing, that you have to blow your trumpet again and again.
Yes.
In this world, nobody's there who will blow your trumpet. See, Atul is writing one day Chai Chauntis will be all around world. Why not? It is going to be. And Madhur, my next, I think we have enough time, 10, 15 more minutes.
Sure.
Can we continue for 5, 10 minutes?
Yeah, definitely. That's right.
Okay, you are planning to go proceed in Dubai.
Yes.
What about Haryana and Delhi?
Ma'am, we've got a lot of franchisee call, but like this September during the COVID times, we were not supposed to open due to the reasons of COVID being spreading quite fast. And another very unfortunate incident happened with us. 5th of September, our main chai chautis caught fire.
Oh.
Of Bhopal, and it got burnt into ashes. There is a video of us,
Why it happened?
short circuit, because
circuit.
it was pandemic time and something happened. The freezers were on, and it caught in the early VRs of 3 o'clock in the morning. So the things were not available, and ma'am, it got like everything built up. The dream came shattered. One fine morning you wake up, you get a call 3 in the morning that sir, sab kuch jal gaya.
Oh, very sad.
Yeah. Abhi, lekin within a month, we are back again with much more swankier store, much better things around us. I've uploaded a video at the Chai Chautis Facebook page. People can see, and the new Chai Chautis pics would be available soon. So we are back again.
Great. So you are back with the bang.
Yes.
So whatever happens, happens for a reason. Maybe God was making it a better opportunity. Yes. My next question that is coming in my mind is, after that I will allow my students to ask whatever they want to ask. So students, be ready. इनफैक्ट अभी तक तो सिर्फ मैं अपने मन की बात मधुर से कर रही थी, तो आई वुड बी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फ्रॉम योर साइड टू शेयर or to ask or to whatever you want answer to your question which you feel like Madhur can answer. Okay, Madhur, what are the question ended up in between, like what are your plans to come towards Delhi, because Delhi being I think a hub for all corporates, and all good corporates could be a good market to your chai chauntis. All IT brands, the employees very often get down from their buildings and they can enjoy tea during the tea break. So that is again my mindset. Being a management faculty, although I'm not an entrepreneur, but I just recollect, and I had visited Infosys and TCS some time back, and I observed that वहां पर चाय का छोटा सा खोखा टाइप है बिल्डिंग के बिल्कुल बाहर गुड़गांव में, बट इट वाज फ्लडेड विद एम्प्लॉइज of TCS, Infosys. So I think that could be a great market for chai chauntis.
Certainly, ma'am. We are into an open-handed. We have got during this lockdown, we have got received around 300 plus franchisees call from North India. We are working on it. probably very soon you will find we have one store in Moradabad, which is like the closer to Delhi, and now Gurgaon is like almost on the finalization stage.
Okay.
Because we have to see a lot of things, ma'am. The geographical location, the demography, the what kind of crowd is there. A lot of things are happening, and due to COVID, we are not able to move very frequent, right? So
Okay.
you'll be seeing very soon. You'll be seeing stores all across north of India. Chai Chauthas, with your blessings, will certainly turn into a bigger brand.
Surely. My all blessings are with you. No worries about it. I think now, from my side, I have asked enough. Now it is your turn, my lovely students. The spirit of GEETA Engineering College is the team of students. So start asking your questions, मेरे बच्चों, because जो learning आपको मधुर से मिल सकती है, I don't think that books will be able to pass it on to you. No doubt books will be giving you actual academic input, but real life learning of management will be learned through exchange of learning. Nikki is saying we love to visit Chai Chauntis. उसके लिए अभी आपको भोपाल जाना पड़ेगा, Nikki. Am I right?
The nearest one would be at I don't know where all the students are centered at the moment, but Faridabad, Vapi,
Mostly
Surat.
they are from Panipat, Sonipat, Karnal, this belt.
Yeah, Karnal is almost getting finalized.
Okay, that's great. Many of my students are from Karnal as well, and we very often visit to Karnal for shopping and for other reasons. That's great. One of my question is asking, her name is Anchal, and she's asking, sir, what do you think about being adjustable and compromising in every situation, even if it causes discomfort sometimes?
Look, Achal, you have to evaluate actually. Agility is very important. Most of the people, most of the businesses came crashing down in COVID times. We also experienced that. We had contracts with good 20 banks of India, which all came down because koi office nahi ja raha tha. But adaptability to change, remarks you how forward would you move. So you have to evaluate your risk, your opportunities, and do analysis for it, and then move forward. Situations can be difficult, but if you do not if you do not go for your risk or your fears, then you'll be there only where you're standing. If you cross them, your edges would expand.
Thank you, Madhur. One of my student on YouTube is asking me to reply to his question. Gaurav, I'm sorry, I'm just connecting right now through this Zoom meeting link. Please share your question once again, because I'm not able to see your question. And till the moment, I will take up another question of one of my student. Her name is Nancy. She's asking, sir, as you have gone through so many bad situations, did the question to give up ever arise in your mind? Please share.
Certainly, Nancy. I'm a human. I almost get all these thoughts that why did I do this? ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? भगवान ने मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों किया? कोविड टाइम्स हो गया, स्टोर जल गया, finances losses हो रहे हैं. But I calm my mind down and ask, why did I start? Right? So when I get, why did I start? I wanted to make big into this field. That's why I started. So I have to face all these challenges, cross my fears, and make my boundaries expand. So that's why I keep on doing it.
Thank you again, Madhur. One of my student, his name is Monu, and he is asking, sir, please tell how to manage finance for business. You have only idea, don't have money to start a business, and your family did not support.
Great. Which was the case with me. Didn't have much of finance. What I remember, we started the store with 20,000 rupees, which was my savings. We started. This was my part. But today, in today's time, if you go within any startup incubators, if you really have a good idea, and this is what you want to make your life with, there would be millions of people who want to put money into you.
Yes, I agree to Madhur. Monu, see, कोई भी चीज आसानी से नहीं मिल जाती, and It's not easy to be successful, but it is not difficult also. So जैसे हमें बाकी चीजों में एफर्ट करना पड़ता है, और आज की डेट में तो टेक्नोलॉजी इज अ boon. You know, at sitting at home, by just working and searching on Google, you can find so many people who will be ready to help you, and whom the dream is just to help budding entrepreneurs or startup. Even the government is very, very open. There are many portals where the money is not utilized, which is being allocated by the government. The only thing is you have to search. Nobody even apply on those platform because nobody search. So मोनू थोड़ी सी एनर्जी लगा के AICT के पोर्टल पे और डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, MSME, इन सब प्लेटफॉर्म पे अगर आप जाएंगे तो देयर आर हंड्रेड्स ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज. आपको अपने प्रपोजल में दम डालना है. इफ योर प्रपोजल इज रियली रेलिवेंट, I believe not one, there will be many who will give you financial aid. Then even Ministry of this Agriculture and small medium scale industries, they are looking forward for proposal to come from youngsters, and 100% sponsorship is there. So थोड़ा सा जैसे आज हमने एफर्ट करके मधुर को ढूंढा बातचीत करने के लिए, आप ऐसे अपने लिए प्रपोजल ढूंढो और अच्छा सा प्लेटफॉर्म ढूंढो. 8-10 जगह अप्लाई करो. इफ नॉट एट ऑल, मे बी एट 1 or 2 places. I am very confident that you will be able to get the support, and I think that's the answer to your question. Am I right, Madhur? Yes?
Yeah, certainly, ma'am. These days funding is available. Say for instance, the new concept which we are building now, Gram Heart, we have already financiers at our end, because we have proven in past that we can work, we can make their money multiply. So now people are already ready to put money on us. So the moment you prove yourself once, the people are already looking forward कि हम इस पे पैसा लगा देते हैं, ये तो चला ही देगा.
Yes, yes. तो आपके आइडिया में दम होना चाहिए, यूनिक
Yes.
होना चाहिए. मुझे लगता है people are waiting to invest. You know, all the financiers, उनका काम ही पैसे को इन्वेस्ट करना है, so that उनका मल्टीप्लाई हो पाए मनी. Next, one of my student is asking, sir, which thing makes us a good entrepreneur? She's Mehak.
Mehak, I don't know. Obviously, your education, your academics would assist you to become a good managed entrepreneur. But to zeal to do something in your life is the one which keeps the light lamp all across the journey.
Yes.
हारना नहीं है, गिव अप नहीं करना है. एंड आपको दिख रहा है कि हाँ हम आगे जा सकते हैं, तो छलांग लगाना जरूरी है. जब तक आप छलांग लगाना की कोशिश नहीं करोगे, तब तक आपको पता नहीं लगेगा आप कितनी आगे कूद सकते हो.
Yes,
So
true.
you need to have that ability.
Thank you once again. Next question is, sir, you have a lot of self-confidence and willpower. That's perfectly fine. Great, Nancy. Next question from Gaurav. The one person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change.
Certainly, Gaurav. It is very right. What education gives us, what academics give us, is to have agility in any circumstances or situation. You know, you can own the responsibility of that moment. Response and the ability to respond is responsibility. So you can own that thing. Change is hardest at the start, beautiful at the end. So yes, it helps. Academics certainly helps.
Great. Now on YouTube, one of my student is asking you, Madhur, that sir, are you a student of GEETA College?
No, I am not. I did my engineering from Bhopal, Technical University of Bhopal. And as I said, my master's was from University of South Australia.
Thank you, Madhur. And thanks, Gaurav, for being so inquisitive. Sir is not from GEETA Engineering College, but sir is connected to GEETA because of one of his friend, and we are fortunate to have him today. My next question from my student side is, her name is Tina, and she's asking, how did you handle adversity and doubts?
As I answered before as well, that doubt always persists in your mind. So you should have clarity what you wanted to do. And for that, I practice mindfulness every night before going to bed. I try to meditate for like 15-20 minutes. That builds up my clarity, and and then I can answer all the adversity with much more clearer mind. So that helps me.
So very valid and relevant point is whatever you learn, whatever you do, how much you run, at the end of the day, you have to come to a state of zero, and zero is nothing else meditation. That is living in the present and leaving past and the future. So I think that is all about meditation. This is my question, Madhu, to you.
Yes, please.
Which meditation you practice?
Actually, I don't know I exactly how I learned meditation, but it came to me. Meditation always comes to you. So I just sit, I just take I just try to breathe as I can. And I have learned few courses from Sadhguru.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a media facilitator for Sadhguru for Rally for Rivers in Bhopal. So I have met him. I have done a couple of courses which always assisted me with yoga. But it's very simple. What I do, I can tell you. I sit with my, cross leg. I sit, close my eyes. I put earbuds in my ears because when you hear sound, your mind started going wanders.
Yes.
So you just put an earbud in your earplugs in your ears and just concentrate on your breathing, because that is the only truth you have. Rest is also false perception. So at that moment, if your breath is coming, it's true. The next moment it does not, you're no more.
Great, very nice, absolutely wonderful. There are so many questions that are coming in chat box. Can I ask a few more?
I'll have this 5-10 minutes more.
Just last one question I can take up. He's my international student from Afghanistan. He is asking, ma'am, please ask from sir, how can we outperform our competitors in investing? He's asking means how can we outperform our competitors?
See, you
Samuddin is name.
Okay, Samuddin, hi. You can always outperform your competitors by not just investing, but investing wisely, right? I always believe any customer who's walking inside my store, and my staff is also being taught like that. He's the God who's walking inside the store. So if you make him that he is the one who's paying your salaries, he's the one who is giving you income, he's the one who's giving you better life, then you will treat him like that. And if you treat people right, with right kind of words and right kind of the way you talk, you have won 90% of your battles. Then you can smartly invest and get better of your competitor.
So there are so much from their side, and I think there is so much of thanks that is coming from my student side to you. At the end, I think the question will continue because the life, right?
Yes.
We are grateful to you, Madhur, for being such a wonderful keynote speaker for the day, and we loved your experience sharing, and we will keep bothering you with teaching aspect for some advanced ideas. What you feel like would you want to contribute to the students? Like, this is one of the technology you can go ahead specifically for my management students, so that my only one dream is that how my student can differentiate themselves from rest of the world. So with that small dream, I am driving with my team of faculty members, and the strength lies with my students. And we are thankful to God. It's only God grace that today people like you are here to help and guide and share. Thank you so very much. With my folded hands.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes.
Can we have one group photograph, please?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Naveen for just recalling. Dear students, we will love to have a group photograph with Madhur. So if you possibly can switch on your videos, we can have a group pic. All of you, please be fast. Great. All of you, be a bit fast, beta. 1 more minute, Madhur. Just 1 minute, right?
No worries, huh?
Vivek, is it done? So smile, everyone. Yes. And it is done. Done? One screen done? Yes, ma'am. Next, please go ahead. A second is done. And third screen? Okay. So I think the task is done. Thank you, Madhur.
Thanks very much for having me. And whenever you need us, do let me know.
Thank you so very much, and all our appreciation for Chai Chauntis. And we are eagerly looking forward to see you in Haryana and specifically in our own region, Panipat.
Surely.
The institution, GEETA Engineering College, whole family will welcome you from open heart, and all the very best. Rise and shine. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Thank you, dear students. It was wonderful to have you all, and you are wonderful audience. Stay blessed. Rise and shine, you all. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. God bless you.